Let me ask you, what should you be doing right now today? Now, it'll make sense if I explain it a little bit further. What do I mean by that question? Well, when I was starting off, before I got into fiction writing, I was a shelf stacker for 12 years. So if you imagine someone who is a shelf stacker one day and decides to get into fiction the next day, because they are two worlds apart, I need to take different actions to be a fiction writer. But what are those actions? If you've never been a fiction writer before, how do you know what actions you need to take? Now, of course, you could go over to YouTube, you could watch some videos by some well-known writers, and I imagine some of them will probably explain their processes of how they write every day or whatever. Or you could go maybe to their blogs and you could read some articles, or you could get maybe a training course or something like that, and you can find out exactly what they do every day. But if you want to do maybe a cheaper version of it, what you can do is you can imagine in your head what that person does every day. So for most people in fiction writing, they'll probably think of somebody like Stephen King, who is a prolific writer and whose books have been turned into TV shows and movies. But again, that's just the first person that comes to my mind. It depends what genre you're in. Maybe you are somebody who is into romance fiction. I'm sure you probably have a romance author that you hold up to a high standard, or someone that you really, really respect. So what would they do every day? What actions would they do? Now, if I think of Stephen King, I'd imagine he is somebody who doesn't sit down in his local Costa coffee shop to do his writing. I'd imagine he's the type of person who has his own writing studio, or locks himself away in a room for a couple of hours and does his writing. I'd imagine too, in my mind, he's probably somebody who writes first thing in the morning, so he can get the words out, he can get them down. I'd imagine, and again in my mind, that he's going to, even on bad days and good days, he knows he's going to have both of those, but he's going to do the writing anyway. He's going to put the words out on the page, because he knows that if anything is bad, he can always come back to it at another stage and he can always edit it. So by having this kind of perfect persona of that writer in your head, now again, these are the actions that you are imagining this author has taken. In real life, they could be completely different. Maybe Stephen King does go down to the local Costa, and maybe he sits on a park bench in the park somewhere doing his writing there, or maybe he does his writing late at night. I don't know, unless I looked it up. But because I have this kind of perfect persona in my head, if I start taking on those actions of that perfect persona, I will find that I will slowly improve over time, and it will cause me to take better actions, which will give me better results. So that could be something that you could try out doing. Is, again, this doesn't have to be just with fiction writing. This could be maybe a blogger that you respect, or it could be, I don't know, a movie star, or it could be a fitness expert, or whatever. Somebody who you respect. Imagine in your head what they do on a daily basis, what actions they take. Now, another thing you can add to this scenario is something that I heard Ben Settle say on a podcast episode of his, and that was to constantly ask yourself this question: is this the best use of my time? Now, if you ask yourself that question, what is the best use of my time? If you were sitting on a sofa in front of your TV, automatically, and something that you probably do on a regular basis is just sit back and watch maybe some box set of a TV show on Netflix, or you'll go for some kind of lowbrow TV that is just basically candy floss that has no, nutritional content for your mind at all. But if you ask yourself that question, what is the best use of my time? You may find that you would go over maybe to YouTube and you would maybe watch a video on how to improve whatever skill you're looking to do, or you might pick up a book on the subject you're looking to learn and read a few pages of that instead. So by asking yourself that question, what is the best use of my time, and picturing that ideal version of that person in your mind, as I said, you will find that you will take on better actions, and the better actions you take will give you better results. So try it out for the next couple of weeks. Pick somebody that you admire, who you follow, or who is maybe at the top of your niche, and imagine what they do on a perfect day. What actions did they take? How early did they get up? When did they create the content? What content ideas did they come up with? And it will kind of take you out of where you are to where you need to be. As I said, for me to go from being a shelf stacker one day to being a fiction writer, I needed to make some changes, but I didn't know what changes I needed to take. But this can help you. Again, you could study those people, you could go to YouTube, or you could buy a training course by them, and you can find out exactly what they do. But this could maybe be a cheaper version that you could try out. And again, you never know, the actions you might be taking might be a lot better than that person actually takes in real life, but you will find that you will improve over time. So give it a go and let me know how you get on. So if you enjoyed this video, or if you'd like me to cover some topic in an upcoming video, you're very welcome to send an email to barryjmcdonald@gmail.com. Or if you'd like to know more about me and how I help people create content that they can profit from, whether that is low content books or self-publishing fiction, or even email writing or content creation, you're very welcome to come over to writecom.com. That's WRITECOME.com, and you'll find everything over there. So as always, thanks for sharing your time with me again today, and take care and have a great day. Bye bye.